There we are. I think you can hear me now.
Okay, there's a butt face.
There
We
is
got
a butt face. I also threw my feed up in the race there.
How does he capture that? That's the one thing I'm not sure about doing. I'm gonna have to figure out
Capture what?
how. Because you put your feed in there, so like I'm not sure how how Dan usually captures them.
I think it's just you just open up the YouTube channel or you open up that video and it'll have my YouTube video playing.
Maybe that's where I guess maybe 'cause I gotta have the link, so maybe he opens up the video to get the link.
Yeah. That video is the link.
Gotcha. Well, I can't. Yeah, but it's sorry, it's Streamlabs.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have to actually open the video. All right, paste. All right, here we go.
I won't actually start the game until it looks like it's cropped okay. But yeah,
Is that what the final crop is going to look like? Is that the final screen right
Yep,
there?
that's it. That's the whole damn thing. It's beautiful.
Let's see. All right.
So yeah, when I was saying this is tangentially related to Sonic, this was the game that immediately came to mind when we saw Breath of the Wild Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of want like an open world. It's a marble game. It's one of them marble rolling games.
Okay.
Where I want, kind of an open world. You're conserving speed as Sonic rolls through these interesting environments with a bunch of ruins around them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're gonna play some Venineth. Except it's this weird like alien landscape marble game, which is even cooler. And this is the closest a video game has ever come to, like, instilling a sense of sublime in me. Like, when you see something that is just awestruck, dumb, wow, I could... Oh, damn it. Why'd you not go full screen? Sorry if I screwed up your thing there. Hit OK.
I think you're fine.
There we go.
Did it mess it up? I'm gonna have to make it.
No. It's.
Can you get into a gameplay screen? Like, it's
yeah,
just hard to.
It is the game. No. It's just because I hit a menu and it window moded. It's all good. You have it cropped correctly.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me get you a name up in there. Up in here.
One of them name dilly doos. And yeah, I wiped my save because I think the intro in this game is really cool. And I see we have Blau doing the required 14s.
Yeah, I got lots of side quests to do.
Dude, it's so much content.
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
after doing all the side quests in A Realm Reborn, like the number of side quests in every expansion has been just a fraction, really. There were so many side quests in the base game. At times, I felt like I would never get through them all.
Well, one of these days when I'm allowed to actually play the video game, I might try it out.
Well, I'll warn you, A Realm Reborn kind of sucks. It's not until you get to Heavensward that it starts getting good.
Well, I hear that the original was absolutely terrible. So, and again, it's only an increase in quality as you go. So, like,
so I played 1.0, and they tried to appeal to Final Fantasy 11 players. So combat was stiff. You've probably seen videos where people are just moving all around the place, avoiding AoEs and stuff with the current game. Not like that at all in 1.0. You stood still pretty much. You got yourself in a good position, and that was where you stayed. And it was very much like 11 in that regards, but it didn't really feel like Final Fantasy, so it was like 11 but boring. More boring. It was bad. Like, really bad. I was super stoked for it, and keep in mind, I was like super like, oh, 11's the best Final Fantasy back when this came out, back in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I probably played this for maybe a month. And I was just like, no, this is just fucking terrible. And I did not play it again until this year. But yeah,
Really? So
around
just got like back into it just this year.
yes.
Oh damn.
I mean, I bought the collector's editions all along because I like
Just
stuff.
something.
I am
But,
also a fan of stuff. I do like having things.
You like things
Yeah.
and stuff?
I do like things
Okay.
and stuff.
Well, since y'all are both in here, we'll go ahead and since we're celebrating Christmas, I went and pulled some of the special stuff out. This is Sam Houston 15-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 103 proof. This one is This is the only Alabama release. This is bottle number 42 out of only 252 bottles.
It's a good number.
Batch number 2 done in barreled on in April 2006. So yeah, I've got 2 bottles of this, and literally it's they do like Sam Houston does very limited release ones, so each state gets a certain amount. Like Texas and Kentucky obviously get the most; they get 4. Everybody else gets 1 or 2. Alabama only gets 1. So yeah, only 252 bottles of this particular thing exist.
Dang.
This one this one's a high corn mash bill, 74% corn, 18% rye, 8% malted barley. It should be fairly sweet with that higher corn, but we'll find out here. I guess we better try to get pop.
I just wanted to bump the music up on my end here because boy does this game have a soundtrack and a half.
Oh man, I wish you guys could hear the soundtrack for where I'm at in this game. It has this amazing trombone going in it. Oh, so good.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone gush about a trombone before, but
It just sounds so good here.
I remember this bit. I've tried this before for a little bit. I remember it's been really good.
no,
Like,
this
there's
is all
some
just
You
like
can tell it's aged.
this is all just like airy space synths. Oops. Ah shit. Ah heck. I went down.
Oh man, that is good. Ooh,
So
that's good.
The place
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
at, I guess it's supposed to be based on India.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like an Indian soundtrack, but pretty much with brass carrying the melody.
Ooh, that is spicy. I'm okay with that. Anyways, this game has literally no text in it whatsoever. Even on the menus, it's all symbol-based. And it's not necessarily particularly intuitive. And I still don't even know what the goal of the game is, because I've never actually sat down to beat it. I hadn't played it in about 6 months, so I just started a fresh save. And then I kept playing it, and I was like, damn, this would actually be really good to do for the Let's Racing Time stream tonight. Because I want more people to play funky little marble game.
It looks like Sonic Ball.
Again, this feels like, or this is what I would hope the Breath of the Wild Sonic is, because it is just kind of this open exploration.
Oh, I beat it. So yeah, you have to hit. I never got past this as a kid because I couldn't figure out how to beat that stupid thing.
Did you try hitting it until it exploded?
Oh, I tried a lot of things.
Oh.
But you have to, as far as I can tell, unless I'm really misunderstanding something. What you have to do on it is you got to go. As goofy as this kind of sounds, you got to go all. You've got to run up and hit it with Snake Eyes' sword, and then that makes it uninvincible. Oh, that sucked. Nice,
butt face.
nice random clip there. It didn't bother to tell me about.
So what I was gonna tell you, I finished talking about how bad 1.0 was. 2.0 was like a bajillion times better, but like it's still not great. If that makes sense.
He is Blau loves his 14, not a girl face, so it's his jam.
It's a good game. Like if you like Western JRPGs or some of the Japanese ones that have tried to emulate it, like Xenoblade, you'll love 14.
Is Xenoblade an... Or, sorry, you said RPGs instead of MMO. That's what threw me off there for a second.
Yeah, I think of it as an MMO as well. I don't do the. I mean, he's right. It's definitely an RPG. It's just not where my brain goes.
I don't think there are MMOs that aren't RPGs.
I mean, yeah, there's action MMOs. There's different.
There's
types.
actually a shooter MMO. I think it's called PlanetSide.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but yeah, I mean, there's several MMOs that are different ones.
Again, the distinction is mucky at best there, because to me the idea of and again, I guess I'm saying this all from an outside perspective, but an MMO is like a live world where all players are interacting with the same content, and there are like multiple thousands of them.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just...
Whereas, like, I mean, you could say the same thing about, well, then a Fortnite is an MMO, or...
Well, technically speaking, it is. It's massive, but I mean, you know, massive multiplayer online. It's what you're thinking of, Memorpica is a better term for it. Massive multiplayer online RPG.
For me, the real key there is the sense of scale and shared ownership of space, if that mucky terminology makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's you don't. I mean, just because it's there. I mean, there's all the different types of RPGs too. But just, I mean, there's online shooters like Crackdown or Memorpica, stuff like that. I mean, it's just, a Memorpica is a massive multiplayer online G, but a massive multiplayer online game is just Call of Duty. Any of those.
Yeah.
I'll agree with your definition, Buttface, if only because Phantasy Star Online would not fit that definition, even though a lot of people do call it an MMORPG for some insane reason.
Anyways, I found the largest orb, and now I'm going to go and join my kin. Oops, no, I'm not. I'm going to fall down this fucking crack. God damn it.
Yeah, you fall down that crack.
Dude, that's all marble games are. I love me a good marble game. Man, they do not make enough marble games for my liking. I'm traversing the white light.
Go into the light. Don't go into the light, Buttface. Don't go into the light.
Well, I have blinded myself. My screen is just blown the fuck out.
As soon as I get my machinist to level 90, I can get an outfit to truly be Spoony.
A bard outfit, I guess.
They have Edward's outfit in the game now.
Oh, funny.
It is level 90 armor for the ranged classes. They've got Paladin Cecil's armor for tanks, and Rydia's armor for mages, and Edge's armor for ninjas.
Anyway, the best way that I can... The other best way I describe this game is, what if you got to play the Cyan intro logo?
Oh, yeah. I
like,
can see that.
Oh, God. This just speaks to me. Just these harsh geometric shapes in, like, a somewhat low poly, but also somewhat photorealistic, like, desolate landscape of rocks and sand.
I mean, I'm on the game, but what I saw of it looked fairly interesting. God, how much can this stupid thing take?
More bullets than you pumped into it so far, but less than it had at the start.
Finally, Lord. This is the furthest I've ever gotten this game, so
You beat the
I kind of wanted,
tank.
and of course I did the obligatory sewer level, but
I was gonna say I don't know if this game has a sewer level, but then I remembered, yeah, there was a sewer level in it. It's just not something I'm liable to get to tonight.
it really does look like you're playing the damn Cyan logo. You're not kidding.
No, it's fucking, and I love it. I love it to death. This whole aesthetic, and again, like there are just moments in here where I'll just like sit back and be like, oh, that's a desktop wallpaper. This is just fucking beautiful. It really, and there are some spectacular moments of like, oh, it just speaks to me, and has instilled that like feeling of the sublime, just the scale beyond comprehension. And because it also feels so alien, you know, it's like, oh, I am doing things and witnessing things that I am not fully able to grasp the significance of. It's the opposite of the, you know, Lovecraftian horror.
Yeah, where it's like you can grasp it, but it's
well, like where you see something and it fills you with such dread and despair. Whereas here, it's just filling me with just, oh, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know what the Cyan logo is.
You never play any of the Myst games as a kid?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Like any of them? Riven in any
No.
of this? Or as an adult?
Nope.
He kind of rendered me speechless, but
I mean, you either have played them or you haven't. It's like you don't necessarily. They're niche. They're not like super popular video games. They're puzzle games.
They were. I mean, they were huge.
I mean, they were the reason to own a CD-ROM drive back in the day.
I mean,
yeah.
Myst was popular enough to get ported to like everything and your
literally
toaster.
everything. Riven has been too. I've got Riven on four, technically speaking, 4 different systems.
Yeah, Myst is popular enough that it was literally just released of 2021. Like they just re-released a new version of it. Because
Right.
why not?
I wouldn't even play RPGs when I was a kid.
Okay. Yeah, and see that was my primary.
Just
thing
too
with
slow?
RPGs.
Well, when we first got Nintendo, I couldn't read, so
Well, there you go. And yeah, then I don't know how else better to describe it other than like if you've ever opened up a 3D modeling program like 3D Studio Max and just started messing around with generators or dropping basic shapes. This is that. This is the first thing that you make in it, but then just endlessly beautiful renders like that over and over and over again. But yeah, when
I mean, it was like early 3D early 3D modeling basically.
Yeah.
Is the way to think of it.
But when 14 finally opens up again, and I have an infinite amount of free time to devote to it, I might just sit down and go through it. I don't know how committed I will be to that, because again, I don't really like playing competitive games. I don't really like playing a lot with other people, so I would try and approach it mostly single player, if at all possible, which kind of defeats the purpose of it being a Memorpager.
I've said the same
not really.
thing, but he says he plays it basically single player.
The only
I
time
haven't-
I play with other people is when I do my daily roulettes, and when the story calls for me to go into a boss fight or a dungeon.
I mean, I'm kind of with you on that one, Buttface. Like, I don't really get it. Like, to me, the whole point is that you're playing the online game, but
Well,
like I'm not.
again, honestly, the thing for the MMORPG that is a big draw is it's a living world where things change regardless of me having to take an action to change it. And it
Right.
is also such a monumental sense of scale of like, oh god, the world is huge. It is inhabited by thousands and thousands of people, which you can't really get in a standard RPG. Like even something like Skyrim or the Bethesda's, you start to see the cracks in the system.
And see, really, like the Bethesda games, like the Scrolls games, are the closest I get to doing an MMO. Like, the handful of games like that.
Well, I will tell you that in 1.0 and A Realm Reborn, they had very minor events that changed the world forever with or without your input.
Yeah,
But they never did that again.
that was kind of a one-time shot.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, not necessarily just like change the world, but I mean like it is a living environment, right? Like,
I mean, it's an MMO in the sense that you're out in the same environments as hundreds, if not thousands, of other players, and you're interacting with the same mobs and stuff. But like, it also kind of, you are the main character, so you are driving the story.
I've been talking with a
certain-
buddy of mine who's also into 14 about that, and like what would an MMO look like where the player character was not expected to be main character Johnson?
EverQuest.
Yeah, I never really poked at EverQuest, so.
Yeah, well, you're not
But
missing
like
much.
designed from the ground up, I guess I should say, to where like you are just well,
World
I
of
guess
Warcraft would probably also fit that. Honestly,
actually,
it's
more what I'm
it's-
describing is something like Second Life, where you're just a regular Joe going about their 9 to 5, and the heroes are off in the background doing their heroing things.
I mean, you can kind of do that by crafting.
Yeah, and
I
that
don't
was
know.
my big draw. Is like I want to basically play a merchant sim game
Well-
in an MMO.
14 is interesting in that you kind of start off as a regular Joe, and then you awaken to the call of being a hero. And within the lore, there are lots of other heroes. In fact, canonically, other people you play with are also heroes within the world, chosen by the goddess of light. But as you play, you find out that you are a special hero.
You're the heroist hero.
Basically, yes.
Dude, I love being the heroist hero. I'm the special boy of the chosen ones. Weep.
But yeah, the way the game is set up, like, it's progressive, unlike most other MMOs where you can kind of just jump in wherever you want. You have to beat the storyline of A Realm Reborn before you can get to the Heavensward areas.
Yeah, and
you
that
have
I
to beat
would-
the Heavensward story to get to the Stormblood areas, and
that's
so
a
on and
real
so forth.
draw for me, is like not being, because if I were to jump into any other MMO right now,
Yeah,
it
you're
would
just
be like,
jumping into the middle of it.
yeah, wading into the deep end and being like, okay, go check your wiki for your 10 plus years of lore. And like, no, please don't.
Honestly, that was one thing I hated about EverQuest was like the lore would change and nothing you did mattered. Like they just updated the story whenever they would release an expansion. Players be damned.
Interesting.
Like, that's an album cover right there.
Players be damned. Oh, that. Yeah.
Like I'm just playing a fucking album cover. It's great.
Great.
Dunk.
Now, I will tell you, once you get to Shadowbringers, they have implemented something called the trust system, which I'm sure you're familiar with from people talking about 11.
Actually, no, not at all. But is that the part where I have a little green sprout above my head?
No, that's when you start the game.
Okay, never mind.
No, the trust system is where you get basically NPCs to fill out your party for dungeons instead of having to party with real people.
Okay. This is the moment in the game that I was talking about that gave me the sense of sublime. This right here, these next, like, 30 seconds. This blew my fucking mind.
Okay.
Mind.
I'm watching.
Like, just being shot out after being on a desolate, like, planet. Just go out into space, here are these alien objects that you're not sure what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I'm also just, I'm just a slut for, like, space sci-fi stuff. I need giant precursor objects orbiting in deep interstellar space. Please and thank you.
I'm gonna guess that you really enjoyed 2001.
Yeah.
It is a good one. 2010's better, but 2001
Yeah.
it is really good.
I didn't like it.
I've never seen 10. Is it the one with Colin Mockery in it?
I don't think so.
No, who is in it? John Lithgow?
Maybe John Lithgow. It's been a long time. Very well could be Lithgow. Yeah, it's just game over. I want to move on to something else.
Oh, you're giving up?
Yeah, it's just. Oh, this is kind of hate. This part's kind of hateful.
Kicking your ass, man. It's kicking your ass.
I'm kicking my ass.
Yeah, I would prefer Dan be here before I talk about this, but I did finally get that router that he recommended me.
Yeah, I saw you say that.
You were saying that, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Like, it just fucking works.
I need to buy one myself. I need to buy one of those myself, and I just keep putting it off. Like this
Like-
one's just not strong enough.
I don't know if that's saying how bad the situation has been here, that I'm just so elated that it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
From everything I've heard, you guys down there in the States kind of have some of the shittiest internet monopoly nonsense going on.
We
Yeah.
do have a lot of that because of the way the federal government runs the monopolies. But I mean, it's like depends on how you look at it too. It's like, I mean, I have no feasible option with who I get from, but I get really good internet regardless. Like my internet's balling, so that's not the problem. It's just the lack of competition causes an issue.
And again, I haven't really had experience outside of just grabbing the router that the ISP gives me and says, "All right, this is what you're getting."
Well, see,
See,
I don't
that's-
think y'all had a lot. I
that's-
thought y'all's like internet and cell phone was all like Rogers or whatever. Like it was all like one thing for most of the country.
It's usually Shaw, Telus, or Rogers. But, I'm in an area where I have an overlap of the three.
Gotcha.
And
See,
honestly,
people are like-
I've never had a bad experience with any of them.
They
What
have
did I
weird
just
zoning
open?
thing. They see
There we
the companies use zoning thing. Like technically in Huntsville, you should be able to get at least 3 different ones. You should be able to get like Xfinity, Charter or Spectrum, whatever you want to call it, and then like one other one. But the way they zone, like person A can get one thing and person B can get another one, and it's just kind of bullshit.
I have been looking into potentially getting VR, and that would be the first time I would think of upgrading a router. Is because I would
Right.
want to try and do VR wirelessly.
See, my problem was using the router that my ISP provided, because they provided really shitty routers.
See, I don't use an ISP router, like my router, my modem, or my own.
Now,
But
I
I
am
got-
using my ISP provided modem because I don't have any issues with it, but the
Right.
router, like the Ethernet ports just didn't work. Like straight
That's-
up didn't work.
Goofy.
Just decided not to.
And whenever I would call them, be like, oh, well, it's probably your cords. And I'm like, I literally just bought a brand new cord. Spent high dollar on a high quality cord.
Oh, I have a similar experience with that, except it was my monitor. I had this, like, terrible, all of a sudden, one day, just terrible, terrible ghosting that was happening on it, to where, like, there was a secondary faint image that was offset by a couple of pixels that just appeared on my monitor. I was like, God damn it, the monitor, and it was an old-ass monitor. It's like, oh, I've been meaning to upgrade. So I go out, I drop a couple $100, grab a new monitor, bring it home, plug it in. And this is also after upgrading the PC, so it was like, all right, you know, start working on the kit, right? Go in, plug in the new monitor, same fucking ghosting problem, and I was like, God damn it! So I was like, I probably just have a shitty, seriously, where did I just open that? I just did it over there, okay, yes. So I was like, probably it's just a bad connector, because I've like spliced in between one cable to another. So I get a new connector. Nope, still the fucking ghosting problem. Finally, I just replaced the whole bloody cable. Yep, that solved it. It was fine. Tried it with the old monitor, tried it with the old connector. It was the brand new cable that I bought with the PC and the monitor.
How funny. The brand new cable didn't work.
Yep, the brand new cable just didn't work. And by then, after I'd bought all the other stuff, it was like I couldn't return it. And, ugh.
See, I've got a thing where like I've got like 8,000 HDMI cables, because anytime Charter would come for something, I'd make them give me one. And so like I end up hoarding them all, because you never know when you need an an HDMI cable.
Yep.
But like I've had them just go bad, like them just like while I'm in the middle of playing something, all of a sudden no picture anymore. No.
When good HDMI goes bad.
Yeah, high definition multimedia interface.
Well, I can say the long story short of mine is that no, there was nothing wrong with the cord that I just bought.
Oh, I figured as much. I figured that it was just a shoddy connection, but of course, they're not going to come out and test it. That's way too much.
Oh no!
Well, see, the thing is, I had 2 Ethernet cables, and the one that I had before worked just fine on the previous router I had. So I knew that cord wasn't an issue. And then buying a new one, and it also wouldn't work with this. Like, no.
Girlfish, you can't have too many HDMI cords. Believe me, like they just go out every time you think you have enough. You need HDMI cords are like surge protectors. There's no such thing as enough of them.
Oh, my work is so fucked. We finally had a power outage go because of a bad storm we had a couple of months back. The transformer blew just like up the way, and yeah, I was there overnight, and they come into work. They're like, "Why are all the PCs off except for like the 3 that you have?" And I was like, "Oh, because I'm running off the battery backup that I pulled out of the IT room, because I knew one of these nights they would go, and then I'd be screwed for getting logged back in." Yeah, what are we supposed to do in the morning? I don't know. Cry about it?
We have certain PCs on a generator.
I am lost. Where am I going? There I'm going. For as organic as the world feels in this game, it also has some pretty decent like level design where you basically know where you're going at all times. Or if not where you're going for your ultimate goal, you're like, well, I guess I haven't been over to that particular platform goal rock outcropping. Maybe I should head over that way. Looks like it opens up. Scheisse.
Nice.
Over here.
I'm trying to decide if I want to keep playing this or if I want to risk having to redo a capture to pull Minecraft up, because you've got me kind of wanting to play Minecraft again.
I should really probably record some more Minecraft, but I already haven't done that. Have I?
I've been thinking of some more additions to my single player world, but like I've spent so many years on that.
Oh, fuck that, Bob. Bob, no. Flush that single player world down the drain. You start a new one. because they've redone all of the world generation right now, and you're gonna want all them tasty giant fucking caves.
Oh no,
He'll still
I will I will never do it. I've got
he'll
too
still
much.
get them. He'll still get
Yeah, I
them
still
below
get them. I just have to.
Y0.
I have to go a little ways around. That's why it's spanned out. But I've spent so much damn time in that one. There's no just jettisoning in it.
You'll also get them below Y0.
The what?
You'll get them below Y0.
Well, yeah, they've dropped the
World height
world
goes 64 blocks lower and higher.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, but I
So-
would still say, like, try generating a new world, just because you'll have so much more cool new shit in it. I'm also one of those crazy people that does hardcore and has done hardcore for a while, back in the day at the very least.
You follow the brick school.
No, I hate having something that I can't say goodbye to. Like, I don't like or rather, I like embracing the feeling of loss in my life, rather than it'll go out on my terms, not on its terms.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. You have no idea the amount of time I've invested in. Like, I've invested over a decade into that world. I've got so much shit built in it.
Well, exactly.
Like, I mean, it would be an unimaginable sense of loss if something were to happen to it.
Oh, exactly. Why would I engineer that in my life? Why would I put, that kind of pain and suffering into something that I know is just going to be impermanent?
Because it's not. It's really cool. Like,
Hard
I've
drive
always got
failure, something goes wrong in the cloud, it might...
Lord, no. Like, it's been over a decade. I've been playing Minecraft. I've had that since beta. Like...
I think I said in my series, I can mark the exact moment I got Minecraft was when they first introduced furnaces, because before that you had to throw iron into lava to get an ingot out.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake, I was playing Proto Mine. I booted up and mucked around on a Infiniminer server. Oh, the glory days of TGI Source. Or TIG Source. Whoops, I acronymed incorrectly. Don't you hate it when you get your TLAs wrong?
The only reason I might not do it right now is because I'd have to. It'd start up the Outer Wilds, I guess.
Worlds or Wilds?
My feelings on...
Outer World. I've got both. I want to play both, but I want to do the Outer Worlds, the Fallout one.
Okay, yeah. I haven't put any time into
hardcore.
My feelings are on hardcore. Hey, whatever floats your boat, but I ain't gonna do it.
My feelings on it are that, like, I can see the thrill of it for, like, until you fight the Ender Dragon. But after you kill the Ender Dragon, like, what's the point at that point?
Yeah,
now
really,
now you just have this world that you're sandboxing in that you could lose permanently at any moment. Like, no thanks.
I don't necessarily play Minecraft that goal oriented to begin with. My whole thing is like trying to set up farms, basically. I want fully automated Minecraft. I want Minecraft to where I don't have to play it anymore.
See, that ain't.
It plays itself.
You want cookie clicker Minecraft.
Yeah, well, I want fucking Infinifactory. I want to take Minecraft and turn it into Infinifactory, or turn it into not Infinifactory, Factorio. That's
I
that
love
sort of
building
shit.
automated redstone contraptions. So
Yep.
much fun.
Ooh, no, don't go off the corner there.
The basic logic on the redstone ones, I have to really look them up and really mess with it to get it to do, so I don't do a lot of redstone. I've got a few, like, double A gates and stuff like that where I've messed around with them, but
Some of the redstone I've seen gets really, really complicated.
oh, it gets insane. I mean, there was a guy basically made his SNES on it. Like back in the, he made a working SNES in it.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, like, at this point with the whole, like, command block stuff that's in the game, although that's not really in vanilla or survival, that's a creative sort of thing, but you can take Minecraft and just turn it into basically whatever you want to in its base form. But
Right.
outside of just doing the hardcore world and exploring what that has to offer right now, oh god, why can't I get up there? Just bounce the correct way. My other big draw is come the new year, I'm putting in a lot of time, effort, at least in the pre-planning stages right now, and hopefully moving forward into actual like production of a Minecraft Taskmaster series.
Yeah.
Because, boy, I think it could actually be pulled off and be something great. Now, I am also an insane person, and being like, yeah, I want to, you know, produce a TV show is insane! No! Don't do that! That's setting yourself up for failure. But,
I don't know, there's a lot of... Oh, there's a winter sale. Interesting. Oh, this is the winter sale. Oh, shit, I'm gonna have to look at some of this stuff.
yeah, winter sale's happening right now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna look at it now, but yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to look at. There's not much I want at this point, but there might be a few things here and there.
No, goodness no. But I did go and went and... where am I headed? There we are. Went and bought Chalice Final Fantasy IV for Crisbo. So they were talking to me how like, oh, now that I have like emulation set up on my computer, I might want to do like a stream of Final Fantasy IV and just go through that again. And I was like, actually, hold on, wait a second. They just made something that you're going to be very interested in. Too bad 6 isn't out just yet, but we can wait until
Right.
February. Now, I feel like the game has been updated since I had played it initially, because I could have sworn these platforms were, like, timed.
I need to buy the second Ori game to beat the first one, and
I bought the second Ori game because it was on sale on Switch.
I need to get that at some point.
I haven't
The
poked
first
at
one
it.
didn't. First one didn't piss you off enough.
I loved the first one. I adored
I
it.
remember how salty you were getting.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, just because I'm salty doesn't mean I don't love what I'm doing. I gotta buy the second Subnautica as well, the ice one or whatever. Because I fell absolutely in love with Subnautica.
Is that a second one or is it just DLC?
It's basically a second one.
It's DLC, but it's pretty much a second one.
It's DLC in the same way that the Outer Wilds expansion is a DLC.
Right. I mean, it might as well be a completely new game.
Yeah. It's maybe a little shorter than the base game, but it is an entirely new, like, bespoke world to explore.
Yes, allow access.
I also haven't poked at Sub-Zero yet, but I know that Not a Girl Face got deep into Subnautica, and I had attempted a playthrough of it that I was never gonna finish.
Here's my Final Fantasy 15 car.
The Regalia?
The Regalia.
I need to go and replay 15. I really, really liked my time with that game after about 8 hours with it. Like, it finally clicked a play session and a half in. I was like, oh, now I'm gelling with the game. I now understand what it's, like, going for.
Right.
And there isn't, like, a lot of other games out there quite like it. That I had played, at least.
Alright, I need to... Volume. Sorry, guys, volume's going to be up for just a hair. Let me get the mixer.
Because, like, I started out 15 expecting it to be this, you know, standard JRPG story of, you know, four bros going out and saving the world. And it really is just, like, a slice of life. I don't want to say sitcom, but, like, it's slice of life and incredibly, like, personal, like, character study.
It is. I mean, what you're saying, it is what you're saying. In a lot of ways, it is that, but it's so much deeper than that at the same time, you know?
Yeah, but it is one of those, like, Final Fantasies that is much less concerned about the grand goings-on of the world that it is set in, because you get to experience so very little of it, and more so with just, like, the day-to-day lives of your average citizen, or, you know, what is the best diner to visit in this one city. Like, I can absolutely see the, like, picture the back alley street vendor that Prompto is enamored with. Which is not something that I could say about, you know, other Final Fantasy games or other, like, RPGs or open world games for that matter. Where the fuck am I going now? I was going down here. Thank you, hint orbs.
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, fuck. Well, you know what they say about lava. You cannot jump your little metal ball in it. When you are a metal ball with lava powers, it is impossible to jump out of lava. That age-old proverb. Whip. There we are. Have to rely on detritus to kick you up. Please have any kind of traction? No? Alright, thanks. There we are.
I'm trying to do a thing, and I don't remember how to get it to do the thing.
You did the thing.
Well, damn. Twitch is so goofy.
Oh man, I was trying to help Chalice, like, stream to Twitch yesterday, being like, all right, here's how you set up streaming. And I could not, for the life of me, figure out where all the settings were that you needed to get that stuff going. Because in YouTube, it's just you click the button that says go live, and then it's like, okay, here's all your video information. Automatically gets stored to your channel. You can edit it just like anything else that you're uploading. I don't know where I'm going. I found where I'm going. But I will give it this. Twitch does have a lot better, like, live integration. Like, you can do a lot more to interact with your chat. And I think it has, like, a better, like, back-end, like, API and plugins and stuff so that you can, like, actually get calls from it for in-game things.
Yeah, what they've done is they've changed how the interface works. Like when I'm trying to wait a minute.
It's not intuitive, but it's just French, and I haven't felt that in years.
Ah. That would explain that sense of euphoria I just saw in your face. Cracked your back real good there.
Thanks to you.
That pit of lava that I just jumped was scary as hell. I made it out of the lava cracks, and now I am just on the surface of this planet.
It's changed on this parade. Like, why in God's name would you change that? It was goofy enough as it was.
Because it can always be goofier. And that's where we just were.
Never change that.
Gorsh.
Go fuck yourself. Oh,
That's
shit!
what Twitch is basically telling me to do. All I'm trying to do is add a moderator, and it's completely changed how you add a moderator. Like, I cannot figure out how to do it. And I mean, I'm logged in as the channel mod too. Like, it's just.
Oh, right, hold on. Yeah, I should probably, you know, do my job and...
Well, I was trying to add Not a Girl Face as a mod so she could ban it.
Let her wield her ban hammer.
I'm just going
But
to
I give
block
up because
that.
I can't figure out why it won't let me do that. So
Oh, I think that worked. Did that not work? Pressing the buttons. Oh, maybe I have the ability to do that. Hold on. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez, cojones.
How to add a moderator. Yeah, but I already didn't do that, which is the problem. Yep, I already don't know what I'm doing. I've already given up.
yeah,
I am
they've
literally
made
the
it
worst mod.
Yeah, they've made it completely different.
Can't be arsed to do my job. 0 out of 10. McLean should ground me.
Right.
Damn it! I bridged incorrectly. God, this is so fucking pretty. What?
Yeah, it won't let me. It literally will not let me add her, and I don't understand why. I don't know when they changed this or why they changed it, but like I should just be able to right click on the moderator action right there and add her as a mod, but it will not let me do it.
I think only oh, never mind. You would have the
I'm logged in as
admin.
it, yeah. Well, I'll just do this myself.
I already
God,
clicked a button that said...
what effort I have to do to block the stupid thing myself.
Yeah, I hit block on it, but I don't know why it's not showing up.
Yeah, I did it too. It's doing the same thing for me.
It's all broken. Shit's busted. Shit's busted, dog.
Yeah, it's still not blocking it. That's weird. Like I'm doing it in my mod tools and it's not doing it. They've broken it.
Do we
They
not
just
understand what we're doing, or did they break it? We'll find out. Anyways, now I'm in space doing one of the more obnoxious sections of this game, because there isn't like cool things to be exploring. It is just fucking do the goddamn maze on the tiny little platforms. Isn't this fun? No, it's not. And because of the like ultra harsh lighting of everything, it can be real eyesore-y. Like, it looks great
Sorry.
until you have to be dealing with it.
Real sorry. That
Yeah.
actually makes sorry, and that would make sense. It's not even doing the one because it is SOREY. Yeah, that would be sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
He's Canadian. They apologize for everything.
Sorry.
There we are.
That's kind of cool that they have like the hardcore mode. Like, that was actually one of the coolest. I had no interest in playing it, but the hardcore mode on Fallout New Vegas was kind of cool. I loved the concept where you have to like actually eat and drink and all that shit. Like, it added a definitely a different version to the game.
See, that's what killed Subnautica for me, was the fact that I did have like a hunger and thirst meter, and then they have since the beta like introduced, or whenever I had played it, introduced the ability to like turn that shit off if you wanted to, but it's labeled like easy mode or whatever.
Yeah, you defeat the whole purpose of the game if you did that.
I don't know. Because the game actually does have like a story to it that you are exploring with your tech tree.
Oh, it does.
And
Yeah, but, I mean,
I don't necessarily find like there is still health to be managing, but just having like you build your one farm in your base and then you just you eat up half your inventory slots with food and water. I don't really see what that adds other than more tedium and frustration.
I disagree with you so much. It changes everything: the food, water, and oxygen. Because just getting to where you can survive, like you have the suit the steel suit basically that helps you do even longer.
Having
like
health, having oxygen, that is fine. It's just the extra 2 meters that you're babysitting. Which
yeah, we're
simple
not going to
solution.
ever agree on that. Like, I do not understand why you would ever play that game if you didn't have all that. Because the whole point's to survive, and you have to get a source of food. You have to get a consistent source of water.
Well, the game is hostile enough. Like, there's shit out there that will kill you. It will affect your health. You are trying to survive by getting.
It's a joke if you don't have that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's when. Like, a huge portion of the appeal to my game was the whole survival aspect, and that I had to do that. Like, it.
See, for me again, it was just introduced a level of tedium and frustration, because at a certain point, and not a like particularly far point in, it was just like, oh, I've got the blueprints for how to make a farm. I am just now having to go back and babysit my farm every once in a while to make sure that I have my health bumped up correctly, which then is just eating into my available inventory space. It's just another leash and timer that was not the ingrained leash and timer of the game of like exploring the spooky caves. I played that game for spooky cave exploration, whereas if I wanted survival, I would play a survival game, I guess.
See, I don't understand playing that game for. I don't understand why you would even bother playing the game. Like, I just don't. Like, yeah, that's so anathemic to like what I got out of that game. Like, but I mean, like, I couldn't. You know, you talked about like doing Soma with the hack that gets rid of this stuff, and to see like the game is cool. But there's not a lot of the run and hide, but if you did that, you lose all of the atmosphere, and like it makes it a completely different game.
Well, I haven't poked at Soma yet, and so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I just don't.
Again, it's what your core draw of the experience is, right? And to me, spooky underwater horror game that Soma bills itself as is not a draw. but as a sci-fi exploration of post-humanism. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Sign me up for that kind of writing. I want to experience that.
Yeah, see, we're on opposite shorelines on that one. Like, I absolutely appreciate the part of it that you're appreciating, but like, that's not there's no point in playing the game if that's what you want.
Well, and I mean, if I want to
you're
play,
not playing the game.
if I want to play a hide and seek with monsters, I'm gonna go and play Resident Evil 2, which is another game.
But you don't play hide and seek with monsters in Resident Evil 2. It's a completely different. I mean, that's a non-starter. That's not even a apple. That's an apples and oranges comparison. That's just I don't know. That's
Hide and seek or run and hide, I guess.
Yeah, and admittedly, I'm not a big fan of the run and hide. So like, I'm with you on that, but.
Anyways, in the Cube and Circle War, which is as far as I can tell what's going on, Cubes got fucked up. Cubes did not do great.
Did the Cubes lose the Great War?
As far as I can tell, that's what the story of this game is. Again, there is nothing explicit in it, but you know, I am on planets and I'm seeing a bunch of ancient circular technology, and then when I go out into space, I just see a bunch of wrecked cube technology. So, wow. Wow. Circles evolved from cubes? Ah, that's less likely than you think. Anyways, now it's time to play with magnets. How do they work? So isn't the Outer Worlds game, Capitalism How It Has Failed Us? The video game?
I have no idea. I know nothing about it other than that it's Obsidian. That it's basically Fallout New Vegas in space, and Fallout New Vegas is one of my maybe my second favorite game of all time, behind Witcher 3. So
I've heard it's just Corporation Hell, the video game.
I mean, that's basically Borderlands.
You're not wrong. And that is... I have only played Borderlands 1 and 2. I have not played the pre-sequel or 3. But my favorite...
3's even more Corporation Hell than the other two.
My favorite Borderlands game, by far, bar none, is the Telltale Tales from the Borderlands.
I've heard that's really good.
Dude, it is the best Telltale's game and the best Borderlands game. Hands down. Number one with a bullet. Damn it. I'm terrible at magnets. I don't know why I'm so bad at magnets. Ugh.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happened.
I see, said the blind man as he picked up a hammer and saw.
Uh-huh. Let's see how this works.
No.
Okay, that's companions. Yeah, probably won't use companions on that, unless they're invulnerable. That's one thing I did like about New Vegas is they don't do permadeath. Like I never used them in Fallout 3. And then when I played Fallout 4, I didn't use them either because you have the dog, and I mean, when you have the dog, why do you need any other companions?
That's why they are called man's best friend.
Mm-hmm. Chunksy, would you agree with that? She's like, yeah.
That is not the voice I would have given Chunksy, just based off of the name.
No, she's a miniature poodle mixed with a cinder block is what I call her. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Chunksy voice is, you dad, it's like this. That's the Chunksy voice. So, oh man, I'll bite you.
Ooh, no, don't fall off the cliff. Don't fall off the cliff. God damn it. Fuck. I specifically told you not to do that. And then what did you go and do? God damn it. That's the other thing I don't know if it's coming across in footage, is I'm not directly, like, controlling where the marble goes. I am more so controlling what the spin of the marble is. If that makes any sense. Like, I am imparting rotational inertia and having to manage that. So, like, once I am no longer touching the ground, I can, like, just kick it in a direction, it starts spinning like wild in that direction, and I can, like, do cool, I want to say drift is not quite the right term for it. Where am I? Yes, magnet. That's what I need.
I like this one. So, like, you have to pick an aptitude, and they're basically jobs. So it's like beverage service technician. The Halcyon colony needs good people, but it will settle for ones who can mix a memorable drink. As a human cocktail shaker, you've made concoctions that could end wars or fuel skip drives. You're still trying to balance out the flavors of a truly signature old-fashioned, though. And I will give you that. I make a mean old-fashioned, but, like, you can fuck around. I mean, like, it's not a complicated drink.
It's
but
all in the
there's
bitters,
no
my man. It's
end.
all in the bitters.
Oh yes, and there is no end to the ways that you can fuck around with an old-fashioned. Like, you can use an Angostura bitters, you can use Reagan's orange, you can use Angostura orange, you can use Peychaud's bitters, you can use sorghum and molasses bitters. I've got a cigar and leather bitters. That's one I want to get.
Now, see,
I've got two other bitters.
The other thing
I
that
got
you
were,
can,
not
you
Old
can,
Forester. They were Woodford Reserve bitters, two special ones.
you can
I
fuck
can't remember
around
what they
also
are off the
with,
top of my
like,
head.
infused simple syrups. That's another way to
Oh,
go if you
yeah.
want to get real funky with it.
Oh no, that's my buddy. This is the bartender. That's what he does. He uses two different simple
already
syrups.
Didn't want to go here. I wanted to go
He
somewhere
uses
else.
two different simple syrups, and he's always fucking around with how he makes, because he does his own simple syrups. I just
Well,
buy
yeah,
the
it's
bottles
not.
of them.
Oh, simple syrup is so easy to make, so it
Yeah.
does come down to, like, what you're wanting to infuse it with, right?
And see, one of the ones he uses because some people use like Demerara syrup and other stuff, and like one of the ones he uses that he makes is he actually has a little bit of alcohol in it. It's like 10 proof or whatever. And
Oh.
it really does make a difference. Like, yeah, it's just slightly alcoholic.
I feel tired.
Man, I kind of want to go make an old fashioned now. There's a lot of numbers on Blau's screen. Like an awful lot of numbers. It's really busy.
Well, see,
lot
from
of
what I
things going
understand,
on.
Final Fantasy XIV is a game less about the numbers and more about the circles that appear on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, these
No.
flavor texts are great.
All Final Fantasy games, when you get right down to it, is about making as many 9s appear on the screen as possible.
It's true. Listen to this one. So, bureaucrat rank 0. This is totally Hermes. The universe operates on laws, and laws require paperwork. Alcyon is no exception. If something isn't stamped, filed, unfiled, referenced, redacted, certified, indexed, and numbered, then it might as well not exist. Birth certificates included.
Back to your
great.
what was it? Drink mix technician is really all you need to know how to make is a Pangalactic Gargle Blaster.
Pangalactic Gargle Blaster. I'm really fond of the like a Boulevardier and the Boulevardier variants like a Negroni, which is the same thing with gin. It predates the Boulevardier. Boulevardier is one of my favorite drinks. I do a Negroni. I made a vodka martini for the first time the other night. Of course, shaken not stirred because Bond.
God damn it!
But I did a cognac old fashioned a while back that I really liked. Make one called a Godfather. There's several of them that are basically amaretto and different ones. A Godfather is amaretto and Scotch, and you want like a cheaper earthy Scotch. It's really good. I've made I make one called a Whiskey Rebellion that's Pim's #1, bourbon, lemon juice, and I think a bit of honey. That one takes a little bit of work to do though. I made a sidecar that's with bourbon and brandy. I've tried a bunch of different. I've got a mixer app or whatever, and I've tried a bunch of different ones. Some of them I made a Sazerac. I made a couple Sazeracs. Sazeracs I actually literally bought a bottle of absinthe just to try out a Sazerac because you just use it as a rinse.
Man, it has been.
Also, just wanted to say I had a bottle of absinthe.
It has been too goddamn long since I've had some absinthe. I
don't know how you could drink it by itself. It's just licorice.
My cousin
and-
That's the thing. I fucking love licorice, my dude. If you can get me,
See, I like red licorice, but like
Nah,
black
you
licorice,
get-
I can't tolerate.
you get
So
some
drink
good
like
black
Sambuca?
licorice, some double salted shit. That's where it's at.
No, I can't do it. So you're
Licorice
probably big on
is-
Sambuca, right?
Licorice is some of the most vile substance known to man.
Black licorice, I agree with you.
See-
Red licorice, I love.
And the best thing about licorice is it pairs so well with savory, because like then you can get into stuff like doing a nice like fennel rub if you're on a roast or something like that. Where the fuck am I going?
So Bob,
Uh-huh.
I just want you to know that licorice is the name of the flavor of the black stuff.
Yeah, but black licorice and red licorice are two different things.
Technically, there's no such thing as red licorice. I know Twizzlers makes strawberry flavored twists, but technically licorice is black.
It's still made in the same thing as licorice. It's the same thing. The flavor is just slightly different. So licorice that has
Slightly?
black or
No,
anise because
totally
because
different.
anise. This
Yeah.
is where we're gonna stop the argument.
Mhm.
Anise, I don't like. Okay, that flavor is anise, and I don't like anise.
No. But I mean, to go along with that, red licorice and black licorice are less like sibling flavors, and they're more like cousins.
Yeah,
one just is a niece, and the other is a nephew.
I could agree to that. Contrary to popular belief, cable management is an art form. Something about hiding electrical wiring behind panels to maximize airflow just makes you sigh with relief. Colonists don't need to worry about the bypasses and workarounds that keep the power flowing. That's your burden to shoulder. A proper lift goes up and down. Anyone who thinks otherwise isn't fit to wear the badge. Being a specialist means something where you come from. A commitment to upward and downward mobility that doesn't have a price tag.
A commitment to upward and downward mobility.
Mobility.
Oof, it
Flavor
hurts.
text in these games are so good, man. Like Obsidian does such great flavor text. That's really one of the big things that hurt Fallout 4 so much is they just didn't. It's just not Fallout. Like it's a fun game. It's just a game that masquerades as a Fallout game. So, factory worker, conveyor operator. Safety and efficiency don't always go hand in hand, which is why so many of your coworkers at the factory were amputees. You survived the trenches of the assembly line long enough to know when a hydraulic press just wants to pancake some fingers. Thankfully, you managed to keep all of yours.
Pancakes.
Yeah. Dirt farmer. It's farmer dirt, literally. Yeah, dirt farmer. You got into this business for the tubers, but you stayed for the plowing, planting, pruning, and plucking. It isn't honest work if you come home clean. Worms need dirt, and dirt needs worms, or food needs worms. You're just doing your part for the worms.
Man, Bob, you need to go and fucking watch Blade Runner 2049. I swear to you, I swum to John. Because there's, I want to talk to you about the dirt farmers in that.
And I can't do it. It should have ended at Blade Runner. Blade Runner's perfection. Like the version I watched is just it's the perfect articulated story.
I hear you.
It
Have you
doesn't
have
need
you at least
anything
gotten
added
around to
it.
watching Arrival yet?
No, that one I actually kind of want to watch.
Again, watch Arrival. If I can sell you on a Denis Villeneuve like sci-fi movie, that's the one to go to if you're hesitant about Blade Runner. And then maybe after that, if you're like, man, I really dug Arrival, then I can
really
change your
wanna-
mind. Like this
keep trying-
guy understands. He knows what he's doing.
I keep trying to find Sicario on something. That's one I've wanted to watch for a long time, but I haven't found it on anything streamable yet. I just get it. Yeah, I need to find a way to watch that one because I've always heard really good. I heard the second one sucks, but I think that's not Denis Villeneuve.
No, it isn't.
Right.
It's
The
not
first
the
one's
it's not the
the-
same
I've heard-
writer. It's not the same director.
Right.
And man, the writer of Sicario also absolutely knocks it out of the park. They had a string of 3 different screenplays. It was that like all came out that year as movies by different directors. It was Sicario, Hell or High Water, and Wind River.
Wind River.
Yeah. And they're all these. I mean, I'm one who enjoys like a good bleak procedural. No, I was the one who talked you into going to see Wind River as a double feature. I forget what the other movie we watched. Because Wind River was the only one we remembered and could talk about for weeks, months after. Sorry, not a girl face is talking to me about
Oh, no,
the
you're
good
good.
time on that.
So you're, I've got your job on here, Buttface. You're the food additive tester. Sometimes quality control means sampling a delicious borscht smoothie.
No.
But most of the time, it means swallowing toxins until you find the one that stays down. You love a good food. You love a good surprise. Now that your stomach lining has the consistency of a broken-in saddle, it's easy to explore your culinary limits. I mean, that's the only thing you're after the beef fizz experiment. I mean, that's it because that is your stomach broken-in saddle at this point. So.
I hate that is what I am most well known for. I do so many more interesting things.
You do, but man, that was a great video. Like when you do the face you make when you do the gin with it, you're like, oh god, no, kill it with fire.
Yeah,
It's like-
yep. It was a bad decision.
Oh,
See,
man,
I have found a new recipe like that I'm itching to try. Is tomato soup cake, tomato soup
oh,
chocolate
God,
cake.
That sounds so gross.
Like,
That sounds so-
It's
No, no,
basically
Every
a
word
chocolate.
in that, but cake I hate, and I'm not even that big a fan of cake.
It's
like-
basically a chocolate cake that you chocolate cake? No, it's a spice cake. So it's like a spice. It's like a spice cake that you upturn a can of Campbell's soup into, and then you glaze it with a chocolate glaze. That's what it was, and apparently it's not half bad. Apparently. And I'm
Interesting.
super tempted to try it. Again, because I am a fan of them savory sweets, as we were discussing with the licorice.
So here's one that maybe you're right about it being like the corporate hell, because this one's safety inspector. In your line of work, the corporation's bottom line needs more protection than its personnel. Guardrails aren't free, thermal shielding needs replacing, and a hatch that seals reliably is a luxury. You're on the vanguard of ensuring that every possible expense is spared, since corners don't cut themselves, yet. You prefer to think of workplace accidents as happy little coincidences.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is a good one too. This is the last one I read because the rest of them are just funny. But this is janitor sanitation class. You spend your evenings kneeling over ominous stains with a bottle of caustic solvent and an absorbent rag. How the blood got there is irrelevant, above your pay grade and beneath your interest. You're an artist of erasure. When you're on the job, there's no trace to be found.
I did janitorial for a couple of years, and yep,
Ooh.
amen. That is, show
Yeah.
up, you rubber glove and mask up, and you just get that thing shining.
Yep, pretty much.
Who left this here? You don't want to know. Why
You
would
just
you
know
ask
it's
such
gotta
a
be
question?
gone.
Yep.
Right. Why ask questions? I just like that. How the blood got there is irrelevant. Above your pay grade and beneath your interest.
Yep.
It's like-
Yep.
Don't
Did you
care.
ever sit down and play the like SCP game by the Alan Wake folks?
I don't think so. SCP.
Secure, contain, protect, like spooky happen. I can't. Control. That's what it was called.
Okay.
I put in a little bit of time in it, but there is a janitor in that game who I really really like. His name is Avi, and
Okay.
yeah, he has the same kind of. He might be a Norse god. It's hard to tell.
Right.
I haven't got far enough into it. He
He could
definitely
be
knows
Odin
more.
He could be the Allfather in disguise.
Yeah, it's
as
one of
he's
those.
wont to do.
One of them sorts of things. But yeah, when I was doing janitorial, it was just kind of like you just protect yourself against everything, including putting on the largest pair of noise canceling headphones and zoning out for 8 hours of a shift.
Oh god, I could do that if they'd let me.
Yep.
If I could just like watch the phone ring and not have to listen to any of the people around me that drive me insane.
It's
Like,
less
I love the
watching
people
the
I
phone
work
ring and
with,
just
but for like me, all that noise in the background, like I don't know how if I wasn't allowed to listen to like stuff on my cell phone with my noise canceling headphones, I don't know how I could do it. Because it drives me nuts. Like there's always conversations, everybody's talking about, hey, I need to do this, can you do this? And my brain wants to problem solve every time I hear somebody talk about something, and it's the most horribly distracting thing in the world. Like it's torture when I have to do that.
and you wonder why Blau and myself do the night shifts to avoid that entirely.
I mean, I love the people I work with. But it's just too much conversations, and I guess they can just do that crap better. But like, I need to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I just want to zone out. Now, like, I'm
Not
listening
me.
to something.
Most of the
I'm
people
like
I work
listening.
with suck.
I mean, I'm like doing my IT stuff, and like this morning, I was literally listening to a discussion between Antonin Scalia and Stephen Breyer. You know, super high level things. So, and then I watched a trial coverage, and then pop culture stuff, and so I'm all over the place with it. And some of the stuff's like super high end, and I'm like, man, I almost can't do this and concentrate on that. But it's how I do it. I said that to my boss one day because like, he asked me something. I'm like, and I just told him some random fact, and he's like, "Oh, the crap! Do you know that? Do you know all that stuff?" And I just looked at him, and I was like, I pointed the cell phone. What do you think I'm listening to all day long on this? I'm not. What do you think I'm watching videos of cats playing the piano? I'm like, that's how I know all this stuff. Like at that point, I was listening.
So you're
When
not
he
even
asked
you're
me
not
that-
even using the internet for its intended purpose of watching cats playing the piano.
No, I'm listening to lectures on quantum physics.
Oh.
You know, it's like because that's what I was doing when he asked me that. You know, or I'm listening to like random, like pop culture literary criticism on pop culture. So
See, I could better myself in that regards, but I just don't. I am much more for a media consumption mindset. I just want to shove my brain full of as much creative detritus as possible, whereas the actual analysis to some degree is interesting, but the nitty-gritty I will never actually implement in any meaningful way. Where am I going? Where the fuck am I going?
I learned a whole bunch of stuff that will never be of any real functional use to me.
I mean, nothing learned is ever wasted. That I truly believe.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. No, it's never wasted. But I mean, as far as like a functional use, then you get that ends up being a little different. But yeah, it's never nothing learned is ever wasted.
Yep. I also got into a bit of trouble with my high school for my final yearbook quote, which, I mean, you can't go wrong with Mark Twain, right? Of I never let my schooling interfere with my education.
Oh yeah, no, you can't go wrong with any Mark Twain one, period.
But yeah, weren't a fan of that one. I'll tell you that much. Where I was like, nah, man, this is my one chance. You let me have this.
One chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Where am I turning this towards? I guess here? No, closer. That looks like it intercepts a tangent.
See, I always want to do long hair on characters because, like, I don't have enough hair to do it anymore. But my just hair was never good long, but I like long hair, so I always wanted to have it. But my hair's not good long. Mine doesn't cooperate.
I used to have real long hippie hair, and then I worked.
Oh boy, did you ever!
Did you ever?
And then I
Oh, that was funny.
then I worked for a couple of months at a pizza place. I mean, I worked there for 2 years, but only it lasted a couple of months with the long hair because I was sick and tired of putting it up in a bun at work. And then when I got home, actually having it come out as a bread roll.
Yeah, I can see that.
Jackpot.
Bean pot. Yeah, let's go with it. Don't want a beard. I mean, beards are better, but yeah, we're gonna go with the beard.
Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here. Billy Mays Hayes.
What was your background that you ended up going with?
I went with the elevator operator because I wanted the engineering skill.
Oh, goddamn.
Like it's pretty funny anyway. So
Yeah. Well, and I mean in a like dialogue and skill-based checked game like that, you usually do want to have some more like mechanical. This is such a cool moment. So I've been turning on all these different parts of this magnet like tower,
Yeah. All right, I'm watching.
and it didn't do the thing. Oh, I haven't done the last one. Damn it. That's why. Never mind. The cool moment's not gonna happen just yet. So yeah, having a bonus to skill checks in that regards is nice. I need to be putting more time into playing Disco Elysium, which is like the crazy skill check dialogue based RPG that I am 10 hours into and finished, not 10% of the game. And wanting to restart it to just like see all the options I missed on day one. But like, yeah, I absolutely switched all of my skills to be like the smoothest. Well, not necessarily the smoothest talker, but like to get the interesting dialogue choices more so than the best mechanical outcome of them. And I can't throw a punch to save my life. I literally died in that game trying to take my necktie off of the ceiling fan and passing out from a heart attack due to exertion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just woke up from the inky blackness oblivion of a bender gone wrong, tried to get my underwear and shoes all together, and I was like, oh, there's my necktie on the ceiling fan. Nope, I guess I just die here. There's the cool moment where the whole world becomes magnetized. I float off, or at least the sickly green hue of magnetism, and I float towards the orb. Dunk, that one goes off, then the one off in the distance turns on.
Yeah, I'd start gaming this character. So he goes in like we're in a colony ship or whatever, and Peter Capaldi here like pulls me out of the hibernation or whatever.
Peter Capaldi or Rick Sanchez? I thought that was the game that
He
had...
is a little Rick Sanchez. Yeah, he's a little more Rick Sanchez, but Rick Sanchez is kind of Peter Capaldi too. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bob, you should look at how much beard Ramu has in this game.
How much what?
How much beard Ramu has.
Oh my God.
Is that who you're fighting? It's a lot of beard, yeah.
He puts the mop to shame, that's for sure.
Yeah?
That's what wrong. That's literally what wrong looks like.
Oops, I'm about to get magneted up over there.
I think he's very supposed to be Rick Sanchez. Like, he really, now that I'm seeing it.
I mean, that game kind of came out at the Rick and Morty hype before we have entered into the Rick and Morty backlash. And now we're back onto the Rick and Morty renaissance, I would say.
I was getting...
Season whatever the last one just was, 5, really did it for me.
don't know if I've seen 5 yet. I know I've seen 4.
I think what tipped it over the edge for me was the puppet episode. Okay. And now we go into the crashed cube spaceship. Seriously, look at this sci-fi ass bullshit. Fucking love it. Ugh. Give me cubes in space.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question this guy's supposed to be Rick Sanchez. Don't know what subtitles aren't on, and that's bothering me. So I'm waiting until I can get to where I can pause it.
Oh, don't even get me started on video games that do cold opens before they give you a menu option.
I know. I mean, it let me turn subtitles on. I thought I had them turned. Now it's doing it.
Maybe they're just not there for, like, the pre-rendered intro.
Maybe so.
Because it is a pre-rendered intro. Boo! Goop! Damn it.
So are Han Solo of this game?
In the one I'm playing, basically he just described more Dash Rendar than Han Solo. If you want kind of a deep cut, but yeah, I think we're supposed to basically. I think that's who I'm supposed to meet more or less as Han Solo.
Or Duck Dodgers of the 21st and a half century.
24th and a half century.
24th and a half? Damn it. Fuck
Their
that up.
ship's 24th and a half.
Ah, fuck that up. Do you know how
Look,
long
if
it's
I'm
been
wrong,
since
I
I've Merry
apologize,
Melody?
but I think that's it. Yeah.
I actually really liked that brief Duck Dodgers show that they had going back in like 2002, I want to say.
I vaguely remember it. Vaguely.
Oh, we landed on Han. Hey, not a girl face. Apparently, we landed on on Solo, but
Oh, you fucked up.
Well,
Yeah.
shit.
Or alternatively, your like marker and homing ability is spot on. Like the geolocation tracking there was pinpoint accuracy.
yeah, our geocaching is apparently pretty. Ooh, okay, so this is good. Damn it, I really don't want to do this with the keyboard, but I may have to get used to this.
Oh yeah, the game that I'm playing here is if you're not playing it with a controller, fuck right off.
Right. I mean,
Don't try and do this because it's like otherwise you're doing WASD where you need like fine pinpoint analog control on stuff. You don't want digital nothing going on here.
Yeah, look here, we landed on them, like right on them.
First, the keyboard.
So
Yeah.
you pancakeificationed him.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
shit.
did. We pancakeified them. I'm already loving these backgrounds. Okay, so here's our little tutorial stage telling us how to crouch. See, I don't want to use keyboard because I won't remember most of the keys. Oh, now we have a broken down arch. And then there's like, okay. We're in like the Causeway of Giants here.
Ooh. I absolutely just about flipped that way too far. that's not too bad of an incline. I'm inclined to agree.
I'm assuming that thing was an enemy. Or maybe those things are enemies. So is this guy dead?
Shoot first and ask questions later, Bob.
Oh, yeah,
Shoot
he's
first and ask
dead.
questions later.
Yeah, he's dead. He's missing his legs. Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Too soon?
I would say not soon enough.
But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
Ah, damn it. I almost had a smooth run up these stairs. But it was not meant to be.
Was not meant to be.
Honestly, maybe before I Final Fantasy XIV, that's the RPG I should give a shot to. Because I do like me some metatextual bullshit.
What RPG?
The whole, Nier series.
I've heard that's pretty good. Have you played any of them?
Nope. I've had, like, a whole bunch of shit in them spoiled for me, including, like, the ending. But with something like that, it's a lot more about the journey than the ending. Where am I wanting to go with that?
Okay. I just had like a trip moment, so my god, it's full of stars. The more I'm thinking about it, maybe John Lithgow is in 2010.
We'll never know. There's absolutely zero way of figuring this out. We live in a world where that knowledge is lost unless you actually sit down and...
What am I looking up?
Do you want to, whether who the lead
Why am I
actor in
looking up?
2010: A Space Odyssey
2010 A Space Odyssey cast.
was? We're wanting to know if John Lithgow's in it.
Thank you, hon. Ah.
Yes, John Lithgow.
Yeah. Yes, John Lithgow confirmed.
Right through my side.
I was trying to think what the last, like, jaw-droppingly gorgeous space movie I saw. I think the last good space, like, exploration movie I went to go see, the recent one, was Ad Astra, and that movie pissed me off.
I heard it wasn't good.
It was a good movie. I just really did not agree with the message of the film, and it was definitely a messaged film. It had things to say about stuff, and I didn't agree with it. It was basically the exact opposite takeaway of something like The Martian.
Which The Martian is great.
The Martian's fantastic. The Martian is all
love The
about,
Martian.
you know, science and exploration for the sake of science and exploration, whereas Ad Astra was more about the stop worrying about the problem stop worrying about like solutions to new problems. We've got problems enough as it is here. It's like, no, man. You can't ever be solving too many problems. Go. All right, where the fuck did you run off to this time, Orb? Oh, what am I bullshitting here
So,
right
like,
now?
yeah, like The Martian is also all about like hope, and and like it's more like the Apollo 13 school of like space travel, and everybody does the best to to get them back,
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Yeah. Now, like, I don't get it. I know a lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. I know the science in it's wonky, but I fucking love Interstellar. Like, I think it's a great movie, and I know that's a controversial opinion for reasons I don't completely understand.
Interstellar isn't
But
bad.
I really liked it. I mean, I think it's a cool looking movie. I love the surfaces of the other planets, and like it had great set pieces in it.
It's not one of Nolan's strongest. It's not a
But see,
particularly great space movie.
I
But
just really liked it. Like, and I'm not. But see, like, I'm not a Christopher Nolan fan in the slightest. Like, I mean, I'm just really
damn.
not a big fan of his stuff. But I like Interstellar. The Dark Knight is excellent. I'm not a big fan of the other two movies. I can tolerate the first one. The third one is just ugh. That it's got problems. Let's just put it that way.
which is this?
Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, the third Dark Knight movie. Yeah. No,
It's just boring.
that might be his worst movie.
I think it probably is. Like, Tenet's fairly unpopular, but I mean, like,
Tenant's
I
fine.
haven't watched it. I mean, among the like, it's fairly unpopular among like most people. So like, it's not widely regarded as one of his better ones.
I think it's just fine.
And it may very well be, but
I think I would like Subsandwich.
I don't think you've watched a lot of Nolan, hun.
I'm just not a fan of a lot of them. Like I have no patience for Inception.
I mean, I watched Dark Knight, but
Really, no patience for it. Explain. I find that to be one of his more watchable films.
I don't. It just doesn't jive with me. The whole weird meta mindfuck bullshit. Like, it just doesn't track with me. Like, I wish I could give you more specifics. It's like I just don't like it. Like, I don't have.
No, sir. Don't
Whoa.
like it.
No, sir, I don't. Yeah, it's that. It's no, sir, I don't like it. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation buttons, TDD, slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while
that's-
moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD master meter refreshes slowly over time. That's the VATS in this one, then.
I like that the excuse for that one is you're in cryo sleep. Your brain's a little fucked.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Please, God, this is tedious and obnoxious bullshit, and I don't like it.
No, sir, you
No,
don't like
sir.
it?
I don't like it.
I mean, yes, if we're still doing this. All right, that's up a bit more. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, select. There we go. T&L Weapons Safety Training, Weapons Management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time.
I need-
By navigating to the weapon, then selecting the weapon slot at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on this screen as well. Take care of your T&L weapons, and they'll take care of your enemies. Yeah, I don't care about Saber. This isn't interesting. Okay, weapons grade ballistic ammunition, handguns. Okay, then there's
Is that
heavy,
enough?
Vulcan, and then energy cells.
No,
Alright.
a little bit lower.
So there is a repair. Oh, this is a lot of stats. This is an awful lot of stats.
You have found
I-
found the stats screen. Congrats.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of stats. Like, that's not like a little bit of stats. That's like all the stats. That's like,
Oh
damage
shit.
per
Ah, damn.
yeah, damage per minute. We needed that. Damage per DPS isn't enough. We needed damage per minute. Oh, we also needed rounds per minute apparently. So, because rate of fire is not enough.
Maybe I'm just supposed to try and like get as much up as possible. Gesundheit!
Ooh, Gesundheit.
Excuse me.
No, you're excused. No worries about it, man. Dude, my sneeze button gets so much work during streams.
Oh, I can imagine.
I just let it go.
Oh,
Let it go.
I just have such bad allergies. Drives me up the bloody wall. Okay, we're gonna try a different approach here.
Ah, there's perks too. Interesting.
Just trying to gun it the first time, but that doesn't seem to be doing it.
Is this the level that you did that wonky thing with?
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, because that's like 90% of this fucking game is doing a wonky thing. And I'm off the side. Goddamn.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right because all these are like, it's too early to tell whether this employee is competent or not. I mean, if it were butt-faced, we'd say no, but...
I'm a very competent employee. I do my job
I didn't say
adequately.
employee, I just said competent, period.
Oh, too early to... Oh, yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I'm not competent, period. The job that I do requires 0 skill or effort. It requires showing up, being a body.
And you're very competent at that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm quite punctual.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we got hacking and lockpicking. Mag picks and shunts.
Well, that's a problem.
One of two. Mag picks. Mac Apple. Bunch of nanners. Literally, look at that screen. Bunch of nanners.
Well, because they don't have the intellectual property right to say nana or banana. Those are actually like molecularly distinct from bananas. Okay, oop. Nice. What did that get me, if anything?
Our mac and cheese. See, I don't yet know what I need to be picking up and what I don't, so I'm kind of picking everything up. And we'll find out real quick. Burp, burp, burp.
There's my DNF alarm.
I'll DNF your alarm.
Did I finish doing the... Ooh.
You can't really DNF 14, can you?
Yeah, you can let your subscription lapse.
Technically, I have finished it.
Oh, did you roll credits?
I did. I beat Endwalker.
Well, congratulations. I've muted the 14 part of the server.
If you'll notice on my stream in the top left, it says "to be continued."
Ah.
Okay, square reloads.
Where am I headed? What am I doing? Guess I'm over here. Oh, damn, no, this is back the way that I came. You motherfucker, you're over there.
I think I got a helmet.
Okay, so you want me to go this way?
Tutorial for every one of these. Yep, piecemeal mighty Hephaestus. It's 4 armor, so we'll
My
take it.
sister
We
did
look
a
like
little
Isaac
cool.
Clarke,
She
but
used to put her handprints on the room, and she has LED light strips, so
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Cool.
cool, 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 cool.
Whoa, bloom fucking lighting there. Thank you for, like, actually leveling out proper. Oh, that was... It's everything I was bringing towards me. I have more switch.
Tarmac and cheese. Cooks in less time than it takes a space pilot to land, excluding crashes and force majeures. It's not real tarmac or real cheese.
Tarmac and cheese is a real good play on words for your product.
Mm-hmm. Pre-sliced bread. Not sliced bread, pre-sliced. It was sliced before. It was sliced before it was sliced. It tastes fresh because it was. Tartarus sauce. A tangy sauce made with real atmospheric contaminants from Tartarus.
You probably don't want that. Yep.
Mock apple, real mock taste. Fresh means good. A bunch of nanners, and its description is a bunch of nanners.
Oh, please tell me that by that they mean like they're like nanite bananas.
I have no idea. I mean, I can show you what they look like.
Oh no, I saw the bananas on your screen.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they even have like the Chiquita thing on them right there.
Well, of course. Okay, how much of a running start do I get on this? Enough of a running start.
Did you get enough of a one? I mean, this really is so far playing like improved New Vegas, so I'm digging it. It's a little more FPS-y, but
Alrighty, well, fellas, I need to get to work.
hey, I was glad to hang out with you.
Completely
man.
understandable.
Glad-
You have yourself
Glad to
a good
have you.
rest of the night.
Yep, later.
All right, see you, man.
Did I get enough ups? I got enough ups. I upped correctly.
Let's see. Let's alt tab and do some work since he's out. Oh, I don't have to go. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm not in any hurry to go to bed. I can hang around for a little while longer.
Well, and I technically have to push through being awake tonight, so that I do have a regular sleep schedule because I had it all hecked up over the weekend.
The heck and heck.
Yeah, I hecked it completely up.
All right, let's see.
That's basically what I want, sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of, a little bit.
Sort of, kind of, a little bit.
Let's make this a little bigger.
Bonk.
Okay, not what I was on a second here. That's the one I want.
That's the one I want.
More. The one I want.
Okay, can I cheese my way over there? Yes.
Yes. Indubitably.
Ooh, that's a bit of a jump that I'm not sure I will be able to make. Ooh. Close but no cigar. And Raz isn't even here.
I have to make him a little. Maybe we do this. We don't gotta have him even.
Oh, there we are. Bounced correct on that one. Now, where the butts and stuff do I want to go for this?
There we go. Not the most ideal, but it works. Bench. Does look like
That's
an
close enough for government work.
inch. Yep. So they're a little bit bigger now.
Oop,
Make a little bit more on it. These enemies.
Oh, is this sewer level? Do I get to sewer level next?
Probably.
No, I have to do shitting fucking space, and then I get to sewer level. Oh, what even was this one? Oh, this is with the funky gravity switch mechanic. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Rung leech.
Whoa.
Well, you can't slap him with a fine because I landed on him. But I mean, I'm not telling you that though. Still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little brighter. No, I'm not picking that one, but that's funny.
Ooh, yeah, I can get some ups. Ooh, oof, okay. Fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling.
Stretch my legs some.
Chill.
I'll a full report. It's gonna be fucking laminated. So I talked her into killing the raiders because, you know, I'm like so maybe they can kill them for me and I won't have to worry about getting hurt as much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, why do the killing when you can get somebody else to do it for you?
That's the idea. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I like it.
Bad bounce.
I mean, you know, it's all about, you know, economy of murder. You know, like, you know, if you're gonna murder, you got to do it, but you got to do it with the right way, with the right economy of action. Oh, that's hilarious. There was a conversation in like one of the streams I was watching. It was one of the bunch of lawyers, and one of the guys is he's really funny, but he was like, you know, one of those like really you know, like super hyper analytical, right? You know, like a patent lawyer, all that. And he was going on about like, well, the problem serial killers get caught is because, you know, they don't have proper randomization. You know, you end up with a modus operandi and all that. So the proper way to do it would be to take six-sided die and have each thing be a person, characteristic, murder weapon, all that, and then you'd be truly random.
I mean, they're not wrong, and also, I don't want to admit to having put thought into that myself.
I'm the same boat. I'm like, I can't argue with any of that, but I don't want to admit that. Like, this is not a topic I really want to pursue. But I mean, I was like, all of those are very cogent points, and I can argue with none of them.
Damn it. Where the fuck am I headed? Oh,
Where
I
the
guess
fuck are you headed?
I am over here now. I don't think I wanted to be over here, but here is where I am.
Big ass ship. Look at this big ass ship. I mean, it's
That
like
is
really
a large
oblong.
ship.
It's like kind of oblong and not pretty, so it's kind of Vogon almost, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Not quite as oblong, but you know, there's not a lot of form to the function.
Damn it.
Or looks like there's a lot more function over form. Be warned, this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
It's literally trash. Okay. What is
Apex
my
Transport,
correct?
Triangulum Colony. 23, 25. The reliable. Oh, it's got un.
Nope,
Ooh,
fuck
cool.
that up.
Assault rifle.
Maybe if I want to go over that way.
I'm getting real I can't do that Dave vibes here, from this AI, so.
Yeah, we are both playing vastly different space games.
Very, very different. Yep.
Although retrofuturism is not far off from like, the stark geometry of what I'm playing.
No, I mean there's definitely connections there.
Aesthetic overlapping.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Aesthetic overlap. What was I gonna say a minute ago?
Oops, well, I'm up here. I don't know if up here is particularly a good place to be, but it's no worse than any other.
Ooh, when did I pick up a shotgun?
Precisely when you needed to.
I mean, I haven't needed it yet, but...
Oh, anytime you pick up a shotgun is precisely when you need to.
Probably, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I theoretically have several, but, they all perished at the bottom of a lake in a tragic boating accident, so...
There has never been a shotgun in a video game that I have loved more than I have loved the Half-Life 2 shotgun.
I don't know, Halo 1 shotgun, man. That one's chef's kiss. Halo 1 shotgun's a beast.
Halo 1 has like all the good video game like arsenal. Like it is a video gamey ass arsenal, but I like the sounds of the Half-Life 2 shotgun.
Oh, it is, yeah.
There's something about that specific bassy kick it has, along with the reloading that is just the right amount of like plastic sliding perfectly into a tube. Okay, where was I headed? This way.
Oh, I don't have that ability. I can repair. Is that one really at 5%?
So one of my favorite things to do with my buddy Chalice is like introduce them to video games that I know that they will enjoy, but somehow have just completely slipped them by. Like, I walked them through Portal 7 years after it came out, and they were like, "Oh, this is great. We should do Portal 2 sometime." And they still haven't. They still haven't got around to it. I walked them through Braid a decade after it came out. We did Eversion on the channel. Something that, again, I'm going to have to get you to sit down and do one of these days on Let's Racing Time.
See, I don't know anything about it, but I mean, I'll give it a shot. If
Yeah.
you want a blind one, you got a blind one.
And Half-Life 2 is one of those games I need to sit down and get Chalice to sit down and play. Cause
I've beat Half-Life 2, but I actually have never played Portal 2. I just played Portal 1.
Oh, Portal 2 is not as good as... Yeah, here we go. Now I'm in sewer level. Portal 2 is not as good as Portal 1 by the very nature of it being 3 times as long, where Portal 1 is a short 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Portal 1 is about the perfect length that it should be.
And then
I mean, it's like...
Portal 2 is good to great, but it only ever, like, it peaks at a 9, and it can coast at a solid 8 for a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Portal's uneven to me, because, like, some of it is nothing of value. Okay. Marauder. I'm not a Marauder. Requires power. Okay.
But what if you were a Marauder? Consider
if I were, I'd
the
probably
following.
be a pretty... If I were, I'd probably be a pretty effective one. But I choose not to. I don't choose...
Man, if you've never played Portal 2, what we should really do is sit down and do a co-op run of that.
I'd be down for that. Yeah.
Portal
I mean,
2
I'd have to
co-op
buy
is
it.
a good time.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be pretty fun. I'd be more likely to play it if we did that. So.
Well, it's
Right.
a whole separate campaign.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, there is the Portal 1 single player campaign, which is like a solid, I want to say like an 8 to 10 hour campaign, and then the Portal 2 campaign that's co-op is like a 1 or 2 sittings with a friend. That's a good time.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's all its own unique mechanics.
Maybe we should do that on YouTube sometime.
Yeah,
We've
oh,
been
yeah.
talking about wanting to do something else anyway. That would be a good one. I mean, I'd be down because that's the game I've wanted to play and just never got around to doing. It told me earlier I went by the crew quarters, says, Marauder, please be informed there is no crew on this ship for you to murder.
Oh, damn it. I want to ride my meat bicycle.
Yeah. I mean, damn, my murdering fingers is just really itchy, and I just, I was wanting to exercise it, but no. All right, let's see what AI bitch here has for me to talk to. Ada. Astrogator. It's solicitors. What are you going to do, self-destruct?
This is another game, again, Venineth, that I would love to see, like, a speed run of. I would love the speedrunning community to get a hold of this game. And, like, really...
haven't.
Well, I haven't really looked too much into it either, but, like, it's so momentum-based, and there's so much, like, well, if you just clip this rock at the right angle, you get bounced and launched, and you can skip half the level. Where am I headed? There, motherfucker. Alright. Oh, yeah, super level's long as hell. I think it's like 5 or 6 sub-goals. Jesus.
See, the way you...
Damn, I just looked over at your screen and what you're talking to your AI buddy over there, and I'm like, oh, it's just Showdown. You're just talking to Showdown, straight up.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Then you must be Captain Hawthorne. I can deal with it. I can dig that logic. We just need to remain intact. Ooh, I got an engineering skill. Okay.
Okay, so I do want to get underwater, but I don't remember how to do that. This is outside the purview of the test play I was doing earlier today. Because I've basically showcased half of the game. This is the back half of it.
I like it. Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. Let's try to stay alive this time. Hey, I leveled up.
You got some skill points.
Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be upper management material in no time. I feel like it needs to be read in that voice.
Something
Yeah,
tells
that's
me I
wrong.
did not want to be here.
Work diligently. Okay, no, we have to read it this way, Buttface. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management.
Ugh. I'm exhausted already. Ugh.
The way you were talking about this game is like how I felt about like when I played Shadow of the Colossus for the first time. Like when I get into like exploring like this bigger world and like these
Yeah.
ruins that were obviously for for people much larger than me.
Yeah, oh, you
And,
know
like,
what?
just trying
Absolutely.
to like I got so into that environment, like trying to figure out what these were. Like, hey, this is a Coliseum. Who lived here? What did they do in this Coliseum?
What was going on? Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
do see Shadow of the Colossus influences, or rather, being as evocative of the sublime and awe-inspiring.
And there's like parts of the gameplay, yeah, I'd get so frustrated with, but like then there's parts of it that were just absolutely sublime. And like when my horse named Hoss, I thought he died, I was like, no, that's what I call. I can't remember what his actual name was. It was like, but I called him my horse named Hoss. So it's like, but then when I thought he died, it's like, no. Like I'm like, just it's silly, but it got me.
Oh no,
I'm
it's an excellent setup on that.
Yeah, and then he lives, so it's even. Then he lives in the end, so it's.
Does
even
he?
better.
I'm
It's
pretty
even
sure.
better.
I'm pretty sure
the
your
horse
horse
lives. No, the horse ends up living. He comes back and saves you. Like, yeah, the horse actually survives.
I thought you jump him off a bridge.
You do jump him off a bridge, but somehow he doesn't die. Like he comes and gets you and carries you when you can't walk back to the one. Maybe it's a ghost horse. I don't know. That game's really meta.
Yeah,
But-
I forget the ending of that game other than
Well-
you were helping the demon the whole time as if it wasn't fucking obvious.
Well, see, what happens is you do that but I mean, you know you're doing that, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because you want to survive, Dr. Girlfriend dead chick. So it's like, and you're invading this land, killing all this stuff. So what happens is you're at that well, and all these shadows come out of the well, and they drag you into the well, and then the girlfriend wakes up, and the horse is there with her, and she ends up getting on the
Right.
horse, and she finds you as like a swaddling.
You
She
are
finds a
Horn
swaddling
Baby because this is all a prequel to that other game.
To Ico, yeah. Supposedly it's the prequel to Ico, yeah. And I never played The Last Guardian,
No,
so I don't
no.
know how that fits in. I heard it's kind of bad, but
I heard it's good, it's just not as good as Shadow of the Colossus, which is like one of those best video games of all time.
yeah, but that's not saying. Yeah, saying it's not as good as Shadow of the Colossus really isn't saying a lot. It's just
Yeah.
That's not its fault. Ooh, we got 10. Interesting. I gotta figure out how this works.
Precariously.
Ranged. Okay, so you get a lot of stuff at each level. Okay, but I can only put them in the total thing. I can't put like in an individual. That did get me up to novice though.
Oh no, okay, so I can jump underwater. It was just not letting me do it there for some reason.
I have no idea how to dodge, but there is a dodge. There is a dodge effect.
Gohan,
Novice and dodge. Dive and dodge. Yeah, Rip Torn is so great, man.
Now, Gohan, what have I taught you in our training? Yes, Mr.
Gohan.
Piccolo.
I'm a brutal taskmaster. That's what I've taught you, Gohan.
I need to go and sit down and rewatch all of DBZA.
I did. I got through. Well, I don't do the abridged.
Oh, you gotta watch the abridged. DBZA
Nah, I don't
is...
like it. I've tried. I don't like it.
Oh, come on.
Now I have. I've got the whole. I actually have the entire DBZ series on.
Oh, I have
DVD.
not-
A buddy of mine sold it to me.
I do not consume Dragon Ball of any kind outside of abridged.
I have Dragon Ball. I don't have all of Dragon Ball. I have DBZ, all of its movies, most of Dragon Ball
God
Super,
damn it.
and I have all of GT.
God damn it.
Because my buddy sold me his whole collection. Curiously enough, I have basically the entire because like this is I'm old butt face, okay? So I bought them when Funimation released.
You don't
them
have
in
to sound
America.
so sad when you say that.
I'm old, okay? I have the entire Boo Saga and like post-sale stuff on VHS.
Yeah.
Because I would go to Walmart each week and buy the new VHS when Funimation would release it. Before DVDs existed.
No,
So,
I hear
this
you.
is- Yeah.
I
definitely.
barely consume anime, but Not a Girl Face has, I think, most of Digimon on VHS.
I remember really liking it. I kind of want to go back and watch it just because I like. So it was a Saturday morning cartoon, and I don't know if it was the same way in Canada, but ours were disjointed. So like, you would watch them every Saturday, but sometimes this cartoon would come on, sometimes it wouldn't, and then it would skip to a new. It was you never got to watch things in order. So like you caught a lot of it. So like there's arcs of the original Digimon I never finished that I always kind of wanted to go. I always wanted to know how it ended. But I got really into Digimon when whatever the first like 3 generations of it were. Like this is the TV show I got into anyway.
Can you get up this fucking hill, please? Jesus.
That
Nope.
fucking hill.
No, it's just not.
I do like the continuation that we got for the first season series.
Fuck. Ice Ball is not doing me any favor.
What did Not a Girl Face say?
I can barely hear them myself because again I've got the headphones on.
Should we just jump into chat?
You can if you want to.
Jump into chat.
Yeah, you're not disallowed from jumping in chat, hon. You're
Yeah,
good to
just
go.
jump in- Yeah, just jump in chat if you want to. That's what tonight's for. Just hanging out, having fun, doing some space, doing some
If you have
crazy
some
space meta
opinions
shit.
on the Digimons, go for it. I am fairly ignorant. Again, it was never my shtick.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. Have to think. Yeah, we have for the original series of Digimon. Might have been short, but it was good.
So I watched it through where the main guys got that 5th evolution, and it was so badass. They got the ultimate god mode or whatever, and where I stopped it was like one of the second gen characters. I don't even know how to tell you what happened. It was like they were in the real world, and it was this thing that used her, and like she was in this bubble, and they couldn't get to her, and they couldn't stop the thing because they were trying to get to her, and she had all kinds of emo shit going on. But God, this has been years. I'm like trying to think of this. But I mean, I got all into it. Like, yeah, there's the one, like the younger one has like the one that's has like the Digimon that's like kind of weak the whole time, and then when it gets its 3rd one, it turns into the angel and it's badass, and like it ends up being one of the most powerful ones at all. Oh, the cat did that, right? Like the cat that was evil that ended up being a good Digimon. That was originally evil. Its ultimate evolution was an angel.
Yep. There was Patamon, which was Key TK. Yeah, Patamon, who was Key. Then there was Kairi with
Yeah, I remember Kairi. Yeah.
Palmon. No.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And yeah, their 3rd evolution were angels.
Yeah, those were cool. Like I was all about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything. Do I have something? I don't think so. Yeah, I got I remember what was the main characters? Remember he was the one that was like the little mini T-Rex, and then
Egomon and Tai.
Yeah, Tai, and then he turns into the 5th one, and he's this badass like armored warrior thing. Like Because like they're outclassed, right? Even when they get to the fourth, and then they finally uncover the fifth, and all of a sudden like he's really awesome again, and you're like, yes. It's like, because they come back because it's the second generation of kids, and then that first one comes back and they kick ass when they get their fifth evolution.
Hmm.
Yeah, I loved that show, man. I was whole hog into it.
Yeah, and then we recently got Digimon Truck, which has the original kid, because something happened to the second generation kids, and it takes place in the real world. And then there's another season with the kid, and it's when they're 20.
Okay, so yeah, they're adult. I didn't know it went that far. So at that point, they're it gets to the point where they're adults. I got you.
Yeah, but they're also like aging out.
Yeah, right. I mean, which makes sense. Yeah, let's do 2 into long gun so I get that ability. See, I'm not. These are like where I'm not entirely sure what. The only thing I have is I'm not sure which one of these are. Which what's good to get what I want out of this. Definitely want to put stuff in the tech. Yeah, let's just put the rest of it into that.
Well, yeah, it's hard to know at an early stage of the game, like, what's actually going to be a useful skill.
And it looks like I can pay money and respec at pretty much any time, so it's not that big a deal.
Oh, having an easy respec option is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it probably cost me quite a bit of,
Wait, what?
quite a bit to do it, but I do have that ability.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. I think I'm fine with this. Yeah, because I put that. Oh, now I'm starting to doubt myself. That's right.
Choice paralysis in RPGs.
I'm terrible. Like, I mean, RPGs are my favorite genre, but my God, the paralysis by analysis is real. It is an absolute thing. So, how long is this game you're playing, Buttface?
Oh, I haven't finished it. Period ever.
Oh, okay.
Again, because I restarted it. Like, again, this entire time we've been playing it, I did, like, 3 or 4 levels out of 10. And they just get longer as it goes.
Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of depth to this, then. Like, I could see from the... I can see how you get into it just from the graphical aesthetics of it, and just these backgrounds are really cool.
Yeah, and it's a solid, like, little puzzle platformer as well. Like, you're just rolling your marble around, exploring these giant ass open worlds.
You can dig that.
Yep. And again, it's more of like a zen kind of chill out and relax game.
Yeah.
Because there's no like danger or like there's no enemies, there's no real big setbacks. Like you fall down, you respawn maybe 30 seconds behind where you were. I think I did something that I was supposed to do. Literally don't know.
Now we're at perks. So this is yet more analysis. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like a 5 base armor rating. So if you have no armor on, you have a 5. I mean, no. So it's not like the monk thing in D&D or whatever, where you've got more armor if you have no armor. But this one is you have a 5 base one, so it's just like 5 free armor. That's you got 5 over whatever armor you're wearing.
Yeah.
Vending machines, additional ammo stock on vendors. Ooh, that's, plus 50. Ooh, that's a good one. Fast travel when you're encumbered.
Yeah, this entire time I've been on, like, level 3 or 4 out of No, I would be level 4 or 5 out of the possible, like, 10 or so. And I just did 1/5 of it. This entire 1/5, 1/6. No, 1/5. Hard to tell with the field of view as it is right now. And it just goes and goes and goes. I'm basically done for the night. I'm gonna have to zone out here in a minute because it's 8 o'clock and I need to get moving on with my day. So.
Oh, I need to do it too. Like, I mean, pretty much at this, I'm at a good stopping point, so that's about perfect, you know. Like, so yeah, no, I'm with you.
Anyways, I'm just gonna leave it on this
fucking.
fucking again. Here's the desktop background. Enjoy this one.
It is a hell of a desktop background.
But Merry Christmas to all the Let's Racing Time folks who are out there.
Absolutely,
we will see you in the new year.
We will definitely see you in the new year. I mean, I'll probably be around doing some other stuff in the interim. I don't know. Like, I'm sure I'll have some free time Christmas night and probably stream something. I had a really good one last year where we just had a lot of people kind of hanging out. It was fun. So I'm contractually obligated to do it. So we do have a Let's Racing Time YouTube channel. Let's Racing, YouTube.com, Let's Racing Time. So make sure you subscribe to that and check us out. A lot of these get uploaded onto here. We do a large variety of stuff. For the new year, we're going to be getting into Season 3 of our Z1R tournament. It'll be the 3rd edition of our Z1R. That one's going to be fun. Maybe if enough people go to it, we can talk Buttface into learning to play with us. But
my game of choice for come the new year is going to be Metroid Randomizer.
Yeah, Super Metroid. If you get into that, I'll play it with you. I love playing Varia Rando. Yep. I'm trying to get Raz to get where me and him have a flag set we can agree, that we can both do, because Raz is better at it than me.
I would need a noob flag set, so hopefully we'll be able to walk our way up there.
Yeah, we should do that. We should get on and do some stuff, and you should definitely do the Portal 2 one. I think that would be fun.
Yep, and to go along with that, also with the Let's Racing Time channel, we're not going to be doing anything come Christmas this Saturday? It is Saturday, right?
No, probably, yes, Christmas Saturday. Probably not. I'll most likely stream something.
Well, I will have a 6-hour-long video featuring our buddy Raz on my channel. You can check that out over at Shifter Chaos 95. That's your Christmas present this year.
And definitely do that. We've all been waiting to see that one, so we're all curious what him and Raz are playing, what fresh hell they're doing. Buttface does very good Christmas videos, so we're gonna see this one. Make sure you check out his channel as well. I have my own channel on Twitch, just Bob the Elder. So make sure if you like anything I'm doing, check me out on that one. And other than that, we got Z1R. We're going to be doing some Super Mario Brothers 3 rando. That's going to be that one. We're going to have the LRT Open come up again soon. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it's a good channel. We do a lot of stuff. Yep. So check us out. Check all our runners out. Check Buttface. It's always good to have our second favorite Canadian here with us. So, which we had our favorite one here with us too, briefly on chat. So, but y'all check out all those channels, and y'all have an absolutely wonderful night. It's always good to have you here. Say goodnight, Buttface.
Good night. And I'm stopping my